Okay, I'm here with Paula and Kathy, my dear cousins. And what we're going to do is just talk about your lives a little bit and have a little fun, get relaxed. And I want you guys to forget about the camera and just talk like we're having a conversation. So, all right, let's introduce yourself. Kathy, you start off since you're the oldest.
Oh my. Well,
What's your
legally
name?
it's
Yeah.
Catherine
Catherine, and what's your middle name?
Louise. Catherine Louise. I was named after my mother's half-sister Madge, but it's spelled differently.
Middle name, Madge?
No, first name, her name was Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
Catherine, so that's who I was named
Catherine
for.
Louise, that's what you said. Okay.
Well, I don't know where the Louise came from.
Your mother doesn't either, I don't think.
No, she just knows to say when she got mad.
Your maiden name's Holderfield,
Holderfield.
and your married name was Barnes.
Barnes.
Okay, so Catherine Louise Holderfield Barnes.
Yes.
Okay. And what was your birth date?
9/9/45.
9/9 of 45. All right. And Paula, tell me your full name.
Oh, Paula K. Anderson. Well, it's Paula K. Holderfield Anderson.
Okay. All right. And you're baby of the decade.
I am. I'm a New Year's baby. Everyone celebrates my birthday. I was born on January the 1st, 1950 at 12:01 in Seminole, Oklahoma. And along with that, my parents, because I was the first baby, I should say, that was born in Oklahoma. Yeah, Mom and Dad got a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
And she came home in an ambulance.
Oh, is that right? I'll be.
Well, see, that's why I am so special.
This is gonna be fun. Okay, Kathy, were you born in Seminole?
No, I was born in Shawnee because that's where
Shawnee.
the doctor was.
Oh, okay.
That's all I ever heard. they lived in Seminole.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You both went to high school, or you went to school in Ada. Is that right?
I did first and second grade in Seminole.
Seminole. Okay.
And then Daddy, who's Leon, moved to Ada to run Dewey's Supply.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I started the third grade. We lived on West 5th Street.
Mm-hmm. I remember the house.
Yeah.
Still there.
Yep. It is. It is. So you graduated from high school what year?
63.
63, and then you graduated from East Central. Is that right?
Yes, I finished in 67, December 67, but went through graduation in 68.
I see. Okay. And Paula, I know you graduated from high school what year?
I graduated in 68.
68. Okay.
Yeah, from Ada High.
And then you went to East Central.
I went to East Central, joined the sorority, Alpha Gamma Delta. I was involved with that. And I did not graduate after 3 years. Well, actually, some of my real best friends, they kind of left. They went to OSU, and then one moved, and I was a lost puppy at that time. I mean, I was really lost, and so I didn't graduate. I moved at that time, didn't I? I lived in Ada for a little bit, then I moved up and lived with Kathy. On and off for how many years, Kathy? A couple of years. I couldn't get established. I was just
Lost soul.
yeah.
Mother used to laugh. She'd call, and of course back then, even Izetta worked for the telephone company.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Mother would call collect for Paula job.
Yeah. It took me a long time. It took me a long time to grow up. I was one of those hippie girls. I was the flower child. Didn't know.
And she may still be working on it.
Yeah, well, that is definitely a good possibility. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop you right there on the flower child stuff, and let's talk about what type of work you did through your life and when you retired.
I graduated from East Central with an education degree. So I taught seniors and juniors in Wewoka. Wewoka's about 35 miles from Ada. And I did that for 2 years. And then I was married at the time, and he decided we needed to go to Dallas, so we moved to Irving.
I remember that too. Helped you move in your apartment.
And that was Mike
Mike
Barnes,
Barnes,
yeah.
right. That's Trina's dad.
Yes, Trina's dad. So.
Now, let's talk about Mike for just a second. When were y'all married?
Oh my, 63, 64.
64, you remember the date?
Yeah, 12/31.
12/31.
New Year's
1964.
Eve. Yeah.
Okay. How long were y'all married?
We divorced in 70, so 6 years.
Okay, all right. And during that time you had Trina,
One daughter,
and she was born what day? Right when?
August the 4th of 68.
August
So,
68.
and she was born in Ada.
Okay, all right,
She's an Oklahoma baby.
all right. And Mike is since deceased, right?
Yes.
And when did he die?
It's probably been 8 years ago.
Okay,
8 to 9 years ago.
okay, all right. He was still living in this area, right?
No, he lived in Alamogordo.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that. Yeah.
He lived in Alamogordo.
Right, right. I knew that. Okay. Okay. Let me switch back over to Paula for a second. Paula, what type of work did you do?
Well, when I finally got a job, it took forever because when I moved to Dallas to live with Kathy, I wasn't real active in trying to find a job. And of course, then I'd get a phone call from Kathy every day. Have you set up an interview? Well, not yet, Kathy, not yet, but I'm working on it. So this went on for several years. So I stayed there. Then I moved back home and stayed, a few months.
It didn't work out too
Didn't
well.
work out. I worked at the glass company, and I was a shift worker
And so
there.
moved back home, back to Ada.
Yeah, I moved back to Ada, and then I went to work there. The money was real good. I did the night shift, and it was doing boxes, and I was damn good at it. It wasn't hard, but they liked me. But I was going, there's a better life than this for me. So I didn't last very long there.
Mother would call and she'd say, I said, how's she doing? Mother would say, she's just like a dog. Sleeps all day and howls all night.
Yeah, it took me a long time, Rodney, seriously, to grow up, to be somebody. But then I finally did. I got a job. At that time, it was called Equitable Life Assurance, and I stayed with that company the rest of my career.
Is that right?
Yes, I worked with them. I retired with
And
them.
you were with, how long was that career? 30 years?
Oh my gosh, 35 to 40.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did very well in that job. I kept moving up and moving up and moving up. And so I was the ops manager there. Just had a great life with that company. Met so many people, worked with so many people. I finally came into a professional person. It took me a long time,
It took you a long
but
time to
it
get
was a
there.
very professional job.
Yeah,
with
I remember you
very
had a good job.
professional
Yeah, you had a
people.
real good job.
And I was just fortunate to have that. And I loved my job. I loved it till the day I retired, and I loved the people I worked with. I was very blessed by that.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to switch back to Kathy for just a second because I stopped before I should have. After you and Mike divorced, you went to work where?
Well, at one
you
time I
working?
worked for an attorney downtown.
Okay,
They're in Ada.
No,
Dallas.
in Dallas.
Oh, in Dallas.
I was downtown, and he happened to be, and I can't remember his name, but I will tell you he was the attorney for Jack Ruby.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but he drank a lot, and he typed, or he wanted me to type, but he'd sit over my shoulder while I typed, and that's how he dictated. It wasn't pleasant. And then that didn't last long. Then Mother and Daddy came and got me, and they moved me to Ada.
I don't remember that.
I was up there for about 3 months.
So then you moved back to Dallas?
Well, what I did is I said, this didn't work, and I came back down. Carolyn and RF and the family, my sister family, lived on Walnut Hill Lane.
Right.
So I moved in there and slept on the bottom bunk of Jamie's room. She had bunk beds. You were already in
Yeah, I was already in Lubbock.
in Lubbock.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I went to work for Morgan Buildings.
And you worked there for a long time, didn't you?
I did. From Morgan, I went to Special Risk American Airline Passengers in Irving, and was hired by Dick Law with Special Risk Underwriters. Kind of involved into the insurance business, and that's where I stayed for
Forever.
till I no longer worked about 7 years ago. So that would have been what?
So you retired when you were 73, is that right?
No, I didn't actually retire. I went independent.
Oh, okay.
The man I originally worked for that I'd known forever passed away, and another employee bought the company. And it was all going good, but then he started running into trouble, and he really couldn't support the business, and told me that he thought I needed to drive to Burleson, Texas 3 days a week, and I'm going, I don't think I need to do that, since I've been working from home
Right.
at his request for several years. So he decided we needed to part ways.
I see. So
And then I went independent and worked with agents that didn't want to work with that company, wanted to work with me. So I did other outlets.
So were you selling insurance?
No, I was doing the underwriting.
Oh, you didn't.
If someone had an issue with health or special risk or just the lowest cost insurance, a lot of the agents followed me. So I had a pretty good little following for several years.
Good.
And then as you just get older, and
Yeah.
it's like, I'm tired of this. I was grandfathered on my life license,
Yeah.
and I just,
Okay, well, I'm going to stop for just a second, and then we're going to take a little break, and then we'll come back and talk some other things here.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, we're back. As I said, we're going to talk about your folks. First of all, tell me about your dad, Leon Holderfield.
Leon Vernon Holderfield.
And what was his birth date?
7/12/22, July the 12th, 1922.
1922. And he had one brother and
5 sisters.
5 sisters. Okay, I'll give you a little trivia here. He actually had 6 sisters.
One died.
One died.
And do you know her?
The baby.
Anything about her?
She was never discussed. Daddy never discussed her. Never heard Aunt Vera.
The reason why is because he was older. He was younger than her. He never knew of her.
No, they didn't. Her name was Dora.
No, her name was not Dora. It was
I thought she
Delta.
died at birth.
It was Delta DeLuna.
Delona, I
Deloma.
remember that.
Delta DeLoma Holderfield.
I didn't know that. Never heard that name.
And she died from spinal meningitis.
She was just a baby though, right?
6 months old. Now this is coming from Aunt Esty
Yeah, she would know.
and Aunt Vera.
Well, they would know because they were the oldest.
Yeah. Aunt Vera knew she had died from spinal meningitis. Aunt Esty's the one that told me what her name was. So yeah, you had an aunt named Delta on there. So
Now, was she the young? Would she have been the youngest then,
No, she was
Rodney?
between Aunt Vera and Aunt Verna.
Oh,
no,
okay.
she was between Faye and Vera. She was older than Vera. It would have been Esty, Archie, Faye, Delta, Vera, Vernie, Leon, and Tommy.
Okay.
So a little bit of trivia there that I picked up.
Oh yeah, that's because I knew that there was but I thought the baby died at birth.
No. She was 6 months old.
Wow.
As best we could.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
again, this was from video. It was 40 years ago, and it happened 40 years before that. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting, Rodney, because I did not even.
Yeah,
I thought it was
know that.
Dora. That's,
Well, that's I never knew, but
I think-
Aunt Esty called her by name.
Yeah, Aunt Esther would know. She would have known.
She would. But anyway, let's go back to your dad. He was born in Seminole.
Seminole.
Okay, all right. His parents, Lewis Watch Holderfield and Dana Tilly. Is that right, Tilly?
Just Tilly's all I heard.
Well, that's.
Do you not think that grandmother Holdfield was Indian?
I think she had a lot of Indian.
I think she was almost all Indian. She
Yeah.
just never got on the roll. She should have gotten on the roll, and we would have all been on the roll.
Yeah, I don't have any. I can't find any history on. Well, Aunt Esty said that she had two sisters and a brother, I believe. But I don't really know anything about them.
Yeah.
And
Banner, Dana's daughter, has done a lot of genealogy work.
is that right? Maybe I need to talk to her.
You do. She has tried to trace it and it stops.
Yeah.
She can find nothing whatsoever past grandmother.
And I don't know if that's due to the, like you said, the Indian connection. It could have. I don't know. Whether they kept records about, she had to have parents, but we don't have any recollection of that. Now, going back to your dad, tell me a little bit about his early life that you have heard. I know a little bit.
He was in the service.
Yeah, went in the Air Force.
Well, he enlisted for World War II. Never served overseas. He was stationed in Albuquerque. He started dating Mother when she was in high school.
And he was still in the service, right?
No, he was there when they started dating. He joined the service after World War II.
Oh, okay.
And
So
he dated-
after they were married, he.
No,
Okay, it was in the service before they married.
he enlisted. Mother was in high school. They decided to get married. Grandmother Thompson, my mother's mother, put her on a bus, and she rode to Albuquerque, and they got married.
Yeah, and did Aunt Tommy go with them? Aunt Tommy go with Mother?
Now at that time, which is a story, it's a story of like they got married and Aunt Tommy and Mother ran around a lot together.
Yeah, they were real close.
They were close.
Yeah.
And then Aunt Tommy said, on their wedding night, Aunt Tommy slept on the roof of the car.
Yeah, really, that's all I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That Aunt Tommy was there when they got married.
I didn't hear that part, but I did hear about her going to, and I, as I recollect from the video, is your grandfather, Thompson, didn't really go for that, but your grandmother said it was okay.
Well,
or
yeah.
something to that effect,
Which goes to Mother's side of the family. Jack Thompson and Mina were Janet's
Yeah, your grandparents.
grandparents. Jack had been married before. His wife and son, a baby boy, died of the fever.
Now, did they have a girl also?
They had a girl, which is Mother's half-sister,
Right.
which we didn't know for years and years and years that she was a half-sister.
And there was 8 years difference
Yes.
is what Janet said
Yes.
on that. So I never knew any of that until I
Yeah.
rewatched the videos again. So we kind of got away from your dad onto your mother, and that's fine. But so your dad went into the Air Force. He was discharged. I think it was about 18 months later. He didn't serve 4 years. I know that.
No, he didn't, because the war was over. It was
right.
later.
Right.
Again, he was in Albuquerque all the time. Mother worked for a theater at night.
Right.
And they ate, because Daddy did a lot of KP duty. So he would bring home the chicken from the army. That's what they would eat, because they had no money,
Right.
as no one did.
So let's move it forward after they were married and they moved back to Seminole, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Aunt Janet, I think she said they stayed there a little while, maybe a year or two, I'm not sure, and then moved to Ada.
They moved to Ada. I started school in Ada in the 3rd grade.
Right, okay.
Which would make me, I think I was, because I started school at 5.
So you were...
8 years old. Paula was a baby.
Yeah, because I was born in Seminole.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so.
So he went to work for Dewey Supply in the oil field.
Right. Dewey Bartlett.
Dewey Bartlett, who ended up being governor of Oklahoma.
Right.
And then Daddy ended up buying this business from Dewey.
Right. The way Aunt Janet told it was Leon and a partner bought it.
Red Rutherford.
Red. I remember Red. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he bought Red out
Yes.
a few years later on there.
That's correct.
Yeah. I remember Red. I sure do as a little kid.
Well, you came to visit us about every summer.
Yeah, I was
For
there.
the summer.
Yeah. Sure did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, now let's jump back over to your mother for just a minute. She was born in Wyoming.
Sheridan, Wyoming.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right. And I don't know what age they moved to Oklahoma, but it was because of the oil field.
Yes.
Her dad I guess he was a coal miner in Wyoming. And again, I'm taking this off of what Aunt Janet said.
I don't. You know, the thing about it, Rod, and I think, not to vary from what you're asking,
Yeah.
generations today don't ask the questions. Generations of my growing up and Paul's growing up, we didn't ask the questions.
No.
You never sat down and said, so mother or granddad, what did you
Exactly.
do? Grandmother, what did you do?
Exactly.
We got a little bit because we were lucky enough to have our grandmother come stay. I'd go to Ada and she'd come down and stay a week.
Which one, Grandmother Holyfield?
No,
or
Grandmother
Mina?
Thompson, mine.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
She came down, so a lot of
I
times.
vaguely remember her, and I want to say that I remember Jack, but I may not. I don't know.
Big tall man.
I don't know that I do or don't remember him. So,
Probably not Rodney,
But-
yeah.
but I remember her being around some, just a little bit. But anyway, it's not about me; it's about you guys. So let's talk about again. Your mother moved from Wyoming to Seminole, and I think she went to school in Seminole.
Yes,
Right? Is that correct?
based on what I remember on that.
Okay,
So did she give you her birthday?
she did.
Okay, so you have that already.
I don't remember.
February the 9th, 1925.
Not February. Okay. Yeah, she did give me that. I remember.
Okay.
Okay. Did I get Uncle Leon's? You told me Uncle Leon's birthday, so we're good there. Okay. They married and moved to Seminole. Shortly thereafter, they moved to Ada. And a couple of years later, they moved into Ada. And stayed there until you got, well, from then on. Right.
Until mother sold the house, and she died in 96.
Mm-hmm.
So she sold the house in 95.
Yeah.
Right. And do you remember when your dad died?
February the 21st, 1982.
You're exactly right. And as part of the little bit of history that I did not realize that Kenneth and your dad were as close as what they were. But Kenneth died about 3 months after your dad did.
Of the same
Right.
massive heart attack.
Right. But I didn't really realize that, and in one of the movies that I was watching, someone made the reference to, I think it was Aunt Esty and Uncle Newt. They said that they'd never seen Kenneth hurt so bad as when Leon died on that, and that he went out beside. They said he went out beside Leon's boat and just bawled like a kid.
They were close later in life because Kenneth's son-in-law was Jim Russell, and he had a pilot's license. So they flew to Nebraska in a private plane, or Jim had a plane to go pheasant hunting. And they did that a couple of years.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So they became much closer and have,
Right.
as adults. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they were ornery as kids, but good
They
for-
were both. Well, they were both so much alike, in a lot of ways. A sense of humor. Just they were a lot alike. Yeah.
Now that's something, that a little bit of trivia that I wasn't even aware of, but it makes sense. They were cousins and the same age pretty much.
Yeah.
And even well, I guess no, they weren't cousins.
Yeah.
Kenneth was his nephew.
Right.
He was an uncle. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, Grandma Holderfield's family, there was, the older group and the younger group, and it was, Aunt Esty was kind of a
She was the
surrogate
matriarch.
mother, so to speak, to some of the younger kids.
She was the matriarch.
Well, she had Kenneth, pretty close to the time that Leon was born.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So when you think about that, and the enigma to the whole family is probably Archie and Faye, because you don't know a lot about what they did.
Don't have much on Faye at all.
There's no one to talk to about Faye either.
No.
Well, we never got a chance to talk to Jeannie.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I never did.
And we know that Faye had 3 daughters. Did you know that?
No, I don't.
Juanita, Jeannie, and Patsy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize it. Yeah, I didn't know.
And Jeannie had 2 kids, a daughter and a son, Rocky.
I remember Rocky's name, but I don't remember
Yeah.
him.
Tiffany.
Tiffany was her granddaughter.
Oh yeah.
Daddy, and she was married to Jack Zire.
Jack
So
who?
Zire,
Zaire.
because we used to laugh because they built a house in West Palm Beach. And that's all he talked about in the reunions. They came up. He's the one that talked Daddy into having a formal annual reunion.
Oh, is that right?
Jack was. Yeah.
Jack was, he's the one that said, you need to do this and get everyone. We always went to Lake Texoma.
Mm-hmm.
We did that
Oh,
when
yeah,
you were a baby. I mean,
Yeah.
it was always our own little reunion. Now we're talking family reunion of everybody.
Yeah.
And, at times there was like 100 people there.
Oh yeah. 2 or 3 years in a row, there was
Yeah,
80
a
to
lot.
100 people there. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna jump away from Leon and Janet unless there's something else you want to add about either one of them. We always come back to it.
You know, we could tell stories forever.
Yeah, yeah, I know that. But as far as birth dates, and do you remember what their wedding anniversary date was?
No,
No,
it was in June,
I can't.
and I don't know if Mother ever.
I don't know if that was ever, maybe it was never official.
Okay. All right. Well, if we need to come back to that, we can always come back to it. That's not.
Mother may have said that on her
I
interview.
think she may have, but I've forgotten now.
At one time when Dad died, it seems like she made the statement, and that's how, I want to say June the 7th or 8th, something along that line. She made a very side remark at one time that was their 44th anniversary.
Mm-mm. Oh, after he had died? Or before
Oh
he
yeah,
died? Okay.
no, after he died.
Oh, okay, all right. So the reason why I'm saying or questioning that is, I think in her video she said they were married just shy of 40 years.
Yeah, so
Just
when I
before he
heard, yeah,
passed.
okay.
Yeah.
So when I heard it was like 44, which would have been
Oh,
at some
okay.
other point.
I got you.
But I never knew an actual date, and I thought that was sad that Paul and I never
Yeah.
said happy
Well,
anniversary.
we didn't think about those things. We didn't think about anniversaries and stuff.
No. Okay, skipping ahead just a few years, let's move to Trina Michelle. Tell me about
Well, that's a
Trina.
handful.
Yeah, that is a handful. Okay,
Trina was born in Ada on August the 4th, 1968. She was named Trina because that was a name that Barbara Ann called me between Katrina and Trina. A lot of people would say Katrink. So we named her Trina and then Michelle after her dad. So that's how she got her name.
I didn't know that. Where was she born?
Ada Hospital.
Okay. So, how old was she when you guys moved to Irving? So that was in what?
A little over two.
Yeah, that
I
was in
think
probably
like
69 or 70 when y'all moved in.
70, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because we were lived in Oklahoma City for a bit. Because Mike worked for Singer Sewing Machine in one of his various jobs that he couldn't decide what he wanted to do in life. Which we won't go
Yeah, kind of like Paula.
Yeah, kind of like Paula. So
Good
when
decide
we
what-
moved,
All
we
right.
moved on the
And so Trina was born in 68, so that makes her, what? She's going to be
40.
49 this year?
Oh no, she's 55.
Oh,
Yeah, 50, yeah.
okay. Holy man. Yeah.
57.
Oh, Lord.
She'll be
Trina.
50. She'll be 58 in August.
Doesn't it make you feel good, that Rodney?
Make me feel old. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I think you should.
Okay, so she was born in 68, and this is, yeah, so she's going to be 58, and she's going to be 58 this year.
In August.
Right, okay. Whoa.
If you say it fast and just ignore it, maybe.
Okay. All right. Trina was married to
Paul
Archer. And do you remember when they were married?
September the 27th. 2003.
2003. Okay.
Because Martin was born in July of 2004.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we're testing me.
Yeah, I put you to put you
It's a
work.
good thing he's talking to you.
Do you remember when Paul died?
April the 6th, 2020.
2020. Right. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about Martin. What was Martin's birthday?
Martin's birthday is July the 12th, 2004.
2004. Okay. And
Therefore, his name Martin Leon.
Martin Leon, okay. Martin Leon Archer. I have forgotten his wife's name.
Angel.
Angel, okay. And they were married, what, about a year ago?
May the 10th, 2025. So it's coming up on a year.
Right, that's when it's on, okay. All right. No kids there, so.
No.
All right, so we're not basing this on Trina and Martin, so we're gonna move away from them. And again, I'm gonna take a little break here and collect my thoughts before we want to go on here. Okay, here we're back again. Okay, let's start talking, kind of reminisce a little bit, kind of going back. Kathy, tell me about some of your school friends and that sort of thing, and kind of how you grew up and what was important to you and what was important to your parents and how they parented you and that sort of thing.
Well, we had no such thing as gentle parenting when I was growing up. It was the switch. Wasn't it the switch, it was the hand.
And was it your mother or your dad?
It was mother. Mother was the one. We lived on West 5th in a little 2-bedroom house. It was the living room, the kitchen, and 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Until they built in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, I would tell you he was probably a girl's dad, what they classify now as a girl's dad. Because he was always there for us. I mean, he's the one that would get the pick up and tie the sled on behind and take all the friends down West 5th, pulling them on the ice.
Yeah.
He was, he loved the lake. The first time we ever saw anybody ski was on Lake Tahoe. We're on vacation, which we never went on vacation without Aunt Vera, ever.
And Grandmother Holyfield.
And Grandmother Holyfield.
Yeah.
One year we tried to go, and Vera said, well, I'm going to, and Leon said, well, I'll have to put extra shocks on the car. So, if she wasn't invited, so I grew up with Barbara Ann. Matter of fact, I don't remember, because Barbara was 5 years older than I was. But Barbara lived with us a while her father, Elwell, was sick and died.
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn lived with us for a while.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why. Again, Carolyn will tell you that Janet was our mother was the first pregnant woman she'd ever known.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, she always. So Carolyn was 10 years older than I was. Paula is basically 5 years younger. So
there was a 5-year span, and a lot of the cousins on the younger tier there. There was mother, then Barbara, then you, and then didn't Patsy fit in there somewhere?
Patsy and Barbara had the same birthdays.
Okay. All right. So Patsy was there at the same age as Barbara.
12.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they were both born the same day.
I'll be darned. So 5 years difference, and then Paula, you were 5 years
from me.
From Kathy. So there's a 20-year span there. Was there anyone that was older than Mother that was a cousin? How old was Izetta?
Izetta would have been 86 in June. So she was
the youngest.
But she was an aunt. She was not a cousin. She was an aunt. she was your dad's sister. No. She was a cousin.
Yeah. It's okay.
No.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
As of today, as of last week, Paul and I became the only first cousins left of the Holyfields.
Would that include Uncle Archie's group as well?
Yes. Marvin Lee passed away several years ago. His wife Ann just passed away like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So Marvin Lee and Bob would have been our first cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Who's left on that side that I know of right now is Galen. It used to be Archie Marvin, changed his name to Galen.
Right.
He's in Arlington.
Yeah, I know. He is. I've never seen him. Saw him at someone's
Mother's service. That's the last time I think I saw him.
Yeah. But no, that's interesting. Now that every 5 year, just out popped a baby girl. You know.
Well, the interesting thing is how close we were. From Aunt Vera, and that was discussed at Izetta's service that we attended. It was like two families.
Mm-hmm.
There was Aunt Essie, Uncle Archie, and Aunt Faye. Aunt Vera, even though the oldest, gravitated toward the younger one. So it's Vera, Vernie, Leon, and Juanita, which we know is Aunt Tommy. But start with them, Barbara, we went on vacations with them all the time. Carolyn lived with us. That's always close to Carolyn. Matter of fact, your kids will call me Aunt Kathy. Ryan always calls me Aunt Kathy.
Yeah. That's funny that the way that dynamic played out as far as the cousins and the older group and the younger group of the older cousins almost raised some of the younger cousins. The older kids raised some of their younger kids.
Well, and I think the biggest thing, going back to memories of Leon and Janet, because we spent so much time at Lake Tex home, and Daddy always made sure we had a boat. We would ski off of a fishing boat until he got the banana boat. All of the kids, you included, especially you, Stephen Golden, Aunt Tommy's younger son, wanted to come spend time with Leon
Brett.
and Ada.
Brett.
Oh, Brett and Mark. Brett, when he was born, lived across the street. For his 5th birthday, Daddy bought him a BB gun. So everyone gravitated toward Leon for whatever reason. To one of the biggest things I felt that when we lost him, when he died, is he was more important than everybody else. I had a real problem with that.
Yeah. I made reference in Janet's video, and I remember this as part of the service or the eulogy or something, that he was survived by countless favorite nieces and nephews.
Everyone would tell you.
Yeah, he's the favorite. I'm the favorite.
And people, the thing about it you need to know is all the cousins said the same thing about Grandmother Hoverfield.
Is that right?
Your mother would say I was her favorite. Barbara would say I was her favorite.
Well, I know I was.
So
I was around Grandmother Holyfield a lot. I loved that lady. I loved her.
She spent a lot of time in Ada.
Yeah.
And came down. And I think we've discussed this before, but I think it needs to be on tape. When Daddy died, the person that Mother called was R.F. McDonald.
Yeah.
He said R.F. because she knew R.F. was in Dallas. She sent R.F. to my house, my apartment.
You sure can.
Okay. All right. So
when Daddy died, Mother called R.F. McDonald. He lived in Dallas. He knocked on my door at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30. It was early. And when they were said RF, we always called him Arf.
yeah.
I said, what the hell are you doing here? Because I was very close to RF.
Yeah.
And he's one that told us, and then he went with me when we went to Paula's house. To wake her up, to tell her that.
Yeah. You know, when something
So
like
I always
that
be
happens,
so grateful for that.
yeah, it's not really a good call when you woke up in the middle of the night and you don't expect it. Like it's never.
No, you don't.
Never good, but.
But those are memories. That's what family's all about. You know, and when we lose, like we lost RF, or RF, Izetta, Monty Knight, we always talked about losing a family member.
Monty Simpkins.
Monty Simpkins, they were always
Barbara.
not just cousins, they were our family.
They were outlaws.
Yeah.
They were the outlaws.
That we accepted in.
You know, and reflecting back on that's something that we are very fortunate and very special to have, was a family that was really that close.
Mm-hmm.
We were very lucky to have that and to experience, that with all of our cousins and aunts and uncles.
Well, you think about back in the early to, pretty much scattered out through the 80s. Uncle Leon was real big on putting that family reunion on every year, but he didn't do it. He directed other people like Barbara and you guys and everybody to bring it together. He just kind of oversee. But you remember how important that newsletter was, you know?
He'd get on the phone with Barbara Ann and say, "Have you got that done yet?" The thing that got me too is when we were playing the horseshoes.
Oh yeah.
That was a big part of all that deal, which would be a great time to go out in the boat and ski.
Yeah.
Guess who didn't get to go out in the boat and ski?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kathy, you need to go up there and keep score. So that's how I got roped into that one.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Well.
And Tommy made some beautiful trophies.
Oh yeah.
Being the two girls and cousins, we
could go on for hours just talking about family reunions.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of memories there that I hold dear. Oh gosh, just and even before the reunions, I remember getting out there behind the boat and Uncle Leon teaching me how to ski, and and then Paula come ripping up on slalom, putting everybody to shame.
Yeah.
But
you want to do this?
Yeah, I'm back there trying to hold on to two of them like this, and I say, "Stop!" He said, "I don't have a brake."
And then he'd sit in that boat driving, and he would go turn that corner. It's sharp, and the person he loved to ski like that was Monty Simpson.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he would turn that boat, get that going, and go in circles that make Monty go outside the wake.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember, Paula and Monty being what I thought were the best skiers in the family.
We were. We were.
Just crazy.
Do you remember the year we got down there, the Kentucky Holyfields were there, and we had the banana boat, I believe, and we were pulling up 7 people.
Oh, we weren't behind Banana Boat. We were behind that Chris Craft that.
The Chris Craft that.
What was her name? Pam?
No, Jean.
Jean. It was Jean. Yeah.
Jean.
Yes.
We had a Pam.
Yeah.
You had a friend named Pam.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Jean's boyfriend is behind the Chris Craft. Yeah.
Yes.
That was Stephen Golden.
I forgot about
Brett,
that.
Paula, me, Renee,
And me.
you, and who was this? There was one more. I can't remember. Anyway, we got up and skied a little ways.
Yeah, not long. It took us a while, but everybody had to come up at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, everyone that was on 2, we had them come up, and us, on our slalom, we had to wait till we were dragging, so then we could come up.
Yeah. It's hard to hold on that slalom ski. But anyway, yeah, that was a lot of fun. But we skied around in front of everybody. Everybody was
sure
clapping.
Oh, yeah.
It made us so proud, you know, that we all finally
I
got
wish we had that on
at the
video.
same time.
Yeah, but we tried it behind a banana boat. We couldn't do it.
That's what it was, yeah.
It was just
It didn't
But
have that power.
that Chris crab. But when we did ski a lot behind that banana boat, man.
Yes, we did.
Didn't Uncle Leon have another boat before that little white, blue and white one? Had a top on it. Do you remember that?
Before
He had a smaller boat, and then he had the bass boat.
Yeah, the bass boat. We skied behind the bass boat for a long time, and then he finally got the banana boat.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
that's what
inboard, outboard,
I was
yeah.
thinking of. Yeah. But I think that's the one I learned to ski behind. It wasn't the banana boat. It was a smaller boat than that. But anyway, those reunions. You know, the people would. There's always some drama going on, you know, somewhere. But you know, there's always hot fish.
Oh, but that just made it better. We had to have some drama.
Yeah.
Well, and as we get older, and as you with two boys when you were young, I don't think I ever realized what it took, you know, because we could sometimes go to Texoma every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Daddy had a business to run, but he would go home and load up that boat. We didn't have to load them. He'd get the skis in there. You know how much work that is to get ready to go on a trip?
It is, yeah.
I didn't think I realized until we started taking the motor home after Daddy died. And we had to load that up and go, oh my gosh, Daddy and Mother used to do that every weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, the talent shows and the hot fish and
Yeah, Bernie.
yeah.
With her bikini and her pack of cigarettes right there hanging right there.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but that's a visual I'd like to forget.
I'll never be able to forget that.
Get that picture out of your head.
That's never ever.
Hot fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and Vernie, what you look at now is someone that just loved her life, and loved
yeah.
herself, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, and Monty Knight would be frying the fish, and she'd be selling it. You know.
Oh yeah.
But you know when you look back at those reunion videos, the talent shows that we had, and you know had that group called the Jugs, and they were really good. So,
They were awesome.
they were awesome.
They really
I tell you,
were.
the best story that I've ever heard was number one when we did that, because we were Pavilion number 1, which is down
On the point.
on the
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
and you could drive around there, and we had a line of cars driving around that shelter, watching us. Wasn't even people part of us.
Yeah. We
And
made
I-
an
and I'm from
attraction.
New saying-
Yeah.
Esther, who are those people?
Yeah, that was some good times. I'll tell you, it really was and really it was so impromptu that you know nothing was really scripted or anything.
Oh
you
no,
know,
no. The Jugs, they practiced.
Oh yeah, I know.
What?
But I'm talking about the agenda.
Oh,
the agenda
there was no
it just kind of
agenda.
came together.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to have potluck this night, or we're going to have
Yeah.
whatever the next night.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
We'll do the pinata here. We'll do, you know, kids are ready for the pinata.
Yeah.
That's when the families were bigger, and the families would take it, like Aunt Estie's family would take it 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We did it with Aunt Tommy because it was just Aunt Tommy and Andy and David at the time.
Right.
But I don't think that Mother and I don't think they even knew we were doing the Jugs. I think they were kind of surprised about that too.
Oh, Mother saw obviously the outfits that we wore.
Well, yeah, but she didn't know what we were
But she didn't make too much comment about our outfit. So
Well, I kind of find out doing these things that, even Aunt Janet and Uncle Leon, your folks, when they were younger, they had a wild side.
Oh, yes, they did.
But they never talk about that.
No.
No.
No, I think Daddy was really wild.
Yeah, I think his dad was kind of wild too.
Yeah.
So, here's my question for you in case you've heard. Was Lewis a gambler?
I don't know if he was or not.
Okay.
I don't know.
Then that came from mother's side of the family. Because Aunt Madge told me that, I think.
Sounds good though.
Because she was raised by her grandparents. After Granddaddy's wife and son died,
Mm-hmm.
she never lived with, or she didn't like grandmother. They didn't quite mesh. But her granddad was a big gambler.
Now who is this?
Jack Thompson's,
That's not part of the Holyfield.
Yeah.
not part of the Holyfield.
Jack Thompson was a gambler?
No, his dad was.
Oh, his dad. Okay. I see.
So I think that's what just passes down through the blood. That's why we play Fred so much.
Okay, all right.
That's where she was going with that.
All right. Well, I kind of got
Yeah.
crossways
sorry.
on that, but
I couldn't remember which one was the gambler, which great grandparent was the gambler.
I understand he was a jokester. He liked to play a lot of practical jokes, just like Uncle Leon.
I should say, Daddy.
Yeah.
Remember that little thing that Daddy would carry around and squeeze all the time?
Little farter.
Yeah, this little farter. See, it's just stuff like that Daddy loved.
Oh yeah.
It's strange. People could walk, people that weren't even that close that wouldn't know would walk up to him and all of a sudden he'd do like that. And,
Which was, that was embarrassing to me. I'd always go, Daddy. We were young and it's like, oh.
Well,
you talk about stories, Rod, and I know we've talked about this. We'll get it on tape, I guess, because Carolyn and RF would bring you and Dana to Ada to visit.
To the lake in the Carnegie.
yeah.
They'd come to Ada and never leave till 11 o'clock at night because he wanted to drive at night because you kids would sleep. But RF had a fake vomit package.
Oh yeah.
Did.
I remember that. Yeah.
And he sat there one night. You can see Daddy sitting in that chair. This is a picture. And RF, something was said, and he started laughing, as only RF can laugh. And when he did, he bent over and dropped that vomit pad. Leon turned white. I thought he was going to throw up.
Those two were a mess when they got together, Daddy and RF.
Yeah, I remember that
Oh,
night.
my goodness.
It was late too. It was late in the night.
Oh, it was like,
And I don't really think they were laughing at anything in particular, but when Dad would start laughing, he'd make other people laugh,
Oh,
and then it was
It was totally contagious.
infectious. Yeah, just
Yeah.
that was a good joke. But that little farter thing that Uncle Leon had, he made it out of 2 mustard jar lids and a bicycle inner tube.
yeah.
And I went home and copied him. I made one for myself, but I remember the first time that I heard it. I don't know. I guess we were somewhere in Ada, but we went to a restaurant.
Oh, no.
And there was probably 7 or 8 people around this round table. And he dropped something. He bent over and squeezed that thing to pick up whatever it was. He squeezed that thing, and it sounded. It was pretty funny.
It was a long, drawn out one, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was that. But anyway, well, is there anything else y'all want to throw on here as far as reminiscing about?
We could go for hours. We could sit here and all of a sudden you think of another story.
Oh, I wanted to ask you something that I wasn't aware of. Trying to think. Cotton and Donnie had 3 kids. Kenny Ray.
No. Cotton and Donnie had 2.
That's
Monty,
right.
Wayne, and Diana.
I'm sorry. That's right.
Yeah.
Betty.
Betty had 3, and that was Kenny Ray and
Pam
and Ronald. Where's Pam?
Pam is in Hobbs, New Mexico. Someone said Pam was there. We talked about that afterwards, but
Well, see, there was somebody there that we didn't recognize. You know, we thought maybe it might have been Pam.
It could have been Pam because she went over by and said, if it had been Pam, I think she would have sat with Ronald because she and Ronald are real close.
Now well, I didn't pick up on that. You're talking about it at Estes' funeral.
No, Isaiah's funeral.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, Isaiah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm losing it. Isaiah's funeral.
Yeah.
Right.
There was someone I didn't know, and I'm going to ask Diana.
Okay.
I really will probably give her a call tomorrow to see how she's doing.
Okay. Yeah.
But Cotton and Dump married Betty. Cotton married Donnie Mae.
Right. And Dunk and Betty, they weren't married very long, were they?
Yeah, they were. I don't know how long, because that's
Well, yeah.
again.
Well, we didn't know him.
Yeah.
Well, we did. I mean,
I never met him.
We only knew Felix
Yeah,
because she was married to Felix, and we knew him.
Right. So, but the kids they were Dunk's kids?
Yes.
That's right. That's what I thought. Okay. Well, that clears that up a little bit. So, I was wondering if, because in one of the videos, Pam was brought up, and I was like, I don't think I've ever met Pam. I don't know.
Pam came one.
She came to the reunion
one time.
She sure did.
Okay. I don't guess if I have any video of her, I don't know who it is.
You probably don't.
Well, I remember, I don't think she stayed very long. You know, a lot of them, you know, we came and we spent the whole weekend, you know. We were down there for the whole week, you know, a lot of times. But I don't think that she was one that, you know, she just came by and didn't stay very long and, you know, maybe left or something, Rodney. So.
Okay, well, I guess we're done here. I'm going to shut this off and
Live here.
Yeah, they are.
okay, maybe we can get this real quick, Paula.
Yeah, there's no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to Paula and Kathy, and I forgot to ask Paula. I asked Kathy, but I didn't ask Paula. Your last name is Anderson by way of Mr. Frank.
That's correct. Yeah, Franklin.
Yeah. What is Frank's full name?
Franklin Eugene Anderson.
And when was he born?
He was born in February of 51.
51. And
Yes, I married a younger man because I was born in 50.
Yeah. So you're a cougar, huh?
Yeah, I've always been a cougar.
What year did you guys get married?
Let's see, it was in. You were there, Rodney. You videoed it.
Well,
It was. Pause.
Kathy, did you say 92?
I think it's 92.
Yeah.
Okay, and y'all have been married now for then 34 years?
34 years.
Come this year.
Yeah.
Okay. And you live in Lake Dallas?
We do live in Lake Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah. We bought our house there, brand new home. And actually, Dana and David helped us buy that house.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. David actually came with me and Frank.
What type of work did Frank do?
He was he worked at the city for several years. He was their the engineer there at the city of Farmers Branch. Yeah, and that's where he retired.
I know he sings and plays the guitar pretty good.
Yes, he does. He used to do that a lot, but as we age, you know, the body sometimes just doesn't cooperate as much. But yeah, he really loved his guitars. He had quite a few collection of his guitars, and he finally sold them. So
I remember him playing at the family reunion.
he did. I think it was the very first family reunion he went to, and he was scared to death.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. Well, I just wanted to throw that in there because I'd kind of omitted that, and I didn't want to omit Frank because I know he's a big part of your life.
He's a huge part of my life, Rodney.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll put this together.
Yeah,
Thanks.
sounds
Okay.
good, Rodney. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you.